taste eaten real tuna. Thank God.
Yep. So you all have had real food, and I'll let your bodies decide how you handle
D-Rezz
that.
did not have tuna. She did not have the sushi
Yep.
because she didn't know that was available.
Yep.
Kiri probably would have fed her a beast.
Well, I mean, let's see how my body's handling fresh after years upon years of kibble. Pretty well.
Yeah. I have adapted to both, given, I lived on fresh food for most of my existence.
Oh, la-di-da.
I had my own chef.
Oh, flaunting your richness to all of us plebs.
So should we rob you?
I wasn't rich. I was well connected. Is the difference. I had access to a lot of nice things, but I didn't have a lot of.
That came up earlier about the corpo life. You don't have a lot of money, but you're given stuff.
Yeah.
You have not.
Yeah.
Your assets are not liquid.
I mean, have you guys have played World of Darkness? Have you ever used the luxury merit or background?
No, because when I play World of Darkness, I am a scrungy little nobody.
Yes, I have played a character who is Resources 5. Yes, I have had merit. I have had havens and have had the luxury merit.
Yeah. So like with luxury, like it just like it doesn't allow you to per se buy things, but you don't. If you need a ride somewhere, you can call a guy. If you need a fancy suit, you can just go borrow one because you know a tailor. Like you live in the life of luxury, and you don't necessarily always need cold hard cash.
Yeah, it's the life of luxury, but it's not necessarily yours.
Right, it's not your stuff. There's consequences if you get it ruined, or you can burn those bridges. But that's the idea behind the merit. Is that same idea of where you don't actually sometimes need hard physical money in your pocket today to get things.
So the neutral location is the Golden Dragon Tea House. It's been
somewhere comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since the HQ isn't quite ready yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Golden Dragon Tea House, which is completely fine. It's nice and comfortable, and we're not gonna get eavesdropped on by a malevolent person.
We'll just get eavesdropped on by the Golden Dragon lady.
We've gathered.
Yes.
I did want to share my sentiments that well, I don't really take too keenly to this job. Not that I'm saying any of you are incompetent of being subtle. He glances at D-Rezz. But
you put a person in front of me, I'm not subtle.
And that's why you're not going to be.
I also listen. You remember morals and the conversations we have around there. Well, consider this my moral. That bitch is stinky.
What gives you that sense?
I mean, there's a difference between working for someone like, what was his name? That sweating guy that we did the Dynalar job for. There's a difference between working for a man like him and working for a woman like that.
She's trying to. It did smell a little fishy because she was the fixer trying to fix the job on a fixer that she knew.
Professionally, we call this foisting.
Foisting.
She got a gig, a job that requires a specific set of skills, and either the previous people that she's worked with have not those sets of skills, or they've died, or they're indistinct, and otherwise engaged and unemployable. So we foist it. We go to another fixer and we say, hey, we don't have a crew assembled. You have a crew. Here's a job. But usually you have some sort of leverage like she does, where she has these expensive gala tickets to get to the job for the money. If we were to just try and do that without her, well, then we definitely wouldn't be making any money on the job.
And of course, there's also the matter of, well, if you succeed, then there's a portal into the high end. But
well,
no,
her client was paying her, and then she's paying another fixer who is paying us, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was approached by this job she found you all and is passing the job along.
Foisting.
Yes, that's what
So-
I mean. That's what I said.
So
I said it in cyberpunk terms.
If
If
I
the-
may just bring up a potential thing here that maybe I'm just seeing, maybe I'm paranoid one for once. How do we know that this is even true? That this guy really wants to leave Ziggurat? We
That's
might
not.
very well roll up to this supposed safe house and be dumping him straight into an assassination.
Not.
Well, that's why I'm
Arthur.
also going to do some research on him himself and see what it is that he's been up to at Ziggurat lately.
I would
And-
suggest we don't even look into him if we're going to say no.
What?
If we're gonna
I
say
think-
no to her, then we might as well just say no, move on, and
no,
Well,
I
no,
think
go
I
blast
think
some
necessarily intending
scabs.
to say no.
I think what JP is meaning is that if we say no, he wants to dispose of the trash, which, and Kiri would look over to JP. I do agree with you, by the way.
This just stinks. This bitch is stinky. This job is stinky. It's good money, but it's
But-
not good enough.
But
Well, that also
an
leads me
idea
to another
forms.
point here. She was talking to Wendy prior to us.
Is that who that last was?
Yes.
So
So she's probably
she's
got
playing.
something else
She's
on
playing
the
every
too.
angle. She's playing every angle, which is fine. So here's what I'm going to
That's what
suggest.
business do, right?
JP.
Oui?
I don't know if you ever had this come up at your time with your time at Biotechnica, but there is a phrase that we'd like to use at Arasaka for jobs like this, referred to as, in English, schoolyard bullshit. We're gonna do the job. We're going to do it well. We're going to get paid. And then the next time that they see this Madame Vesper, she'll be hanging from the front of her yacht with a belt tied around her neck.
Or at
If
least
you understand my meaning.
Sort of, but probably not really.
We would
can't-
take these sorts of jobs on requisition. Those of us who were high enough to for Arasaka to hire out our services as security to others, and we would do the jobs. We were consummate professionals after all. But that didn't mean some unfortunate accident didn't happen to the piece of shit who had just so happened to hire us. If there was plausible deniability, the company wouldn't say anything.
Sounds like you're
Doubly
saying
so if they stand to gain from the assets that would then be liquidated on that person's death. Hence,
sounds like you're
we do-
basically asking us to do
Sounds
two
like-
jobs for the pay of one.
You were more than just security.
I was a lot of things.
No, I
But
never had a job like that where I nixed to my boss. Pretty much just honestly, you know, I probably fired my gun like 10 times.
well, this woman isn't our boss. She's foisting. She's a go-between. The client, in the end, is our boss.
Which I don't even know who that is. Again, another stink bomb. Which is why my professional stance would be to politely decline under our own inadequacies. Because that's just the best way to take it. Because, like, I'll be honest with you, I'm old. I ain't got time for this kind of shit. The schoolyard bullshit. I believe you translated to in English, and he says it in French.
Normally, I would agree. But I think by playing the part of in some schoolyard bullshit, I think we have a lot that we stand to gain.
Would you
All
like
right,
to
well,
know what I think we have to stand to
you're
gain
in
if we do
charge of
that?
teaching. Oh, go ahead, Outback. Sorry.
What I think we have to stand to gain, and if we do it that way, is we keep getting jobs like this from people like her, and no one ever knows we keep killing them. And we just keep getting and stepping in this bullshit over and over and over again. I'm more in mind with JP on this and politely declining because she insulted my vehicle.
Well, there's another angle here. The Wendy angle. I get enough dirt on whoever, then I could just sell that to Wendy.
That's exactly the point. You're going into it. We're going into a high stakes charity auction, charity gala, where everyone's going to be talking some very behind closed doors, very sordid information.
I get into the camera feeds and I press record onto a
Hold
data
on.
shard. I
I
could.
got a plan.
There's a lot that I could.
I knew there was a
Get us.
reason that I hired you. Okay. D-Rezz.
Mhm.
Sniff him. Use Drake if you need to. Cruise the city net. See what you can find. If he's Ziggurat, he's going to have at least something because they're the ones that built it. As for the rest, I think the idea here with Wendy's a good idea. So, kid, he's still looking at D-Rezz. If you talk to Wendy, we agree to a handoff. Instead of taking him where Madame Vesper wants us to take him, if Wendy agrees and we can get close to the same amount through her, if it's worth it, then I'd be willing to backstab this crazy lady with her super fancy yacht and her real food in that way.
Yeah, I can get her on the hollow and see what she thinks.
And if you can't, I'll give it a try and see if she likes me more.
She'd probably like you more in the first place anyway.
Yeah, but you're the one that's selling the story.
So long as she gets the rights, I don't think she's gonna complain.
I'll see what she thinks, and then if the mission is still to deliver him somewhere, we got to figure out entry.
Munchy.
Well, then it'll be easy. We just, keep acting like we're doing the job per normal.
Yeah. So do you
All
want
right.
me to call her
What
now?
do you guys think about that? Gopher, you haven't spoken up much either way. What do you think about potentially backstabbing our original quasi-client?
And if she puts up a fight, I mean, if you don't like her, you can always put a slug between her shoulder blades.
I don't advise that. Rich people have a real nasty habit of not dying when you shoot them.
Double tap, one in the chest, one in the head.
All right, assassin. Gopher. Let me hear from the known assassin.
Definitely a lot. Some random thoughts I've had going over all this is probably have to move fast. Like, if we get the client out, we'll have to move fast, kind of thing. But I guess finding somewhere hidden and swapping the client from our entry vehicle over to Dust Rattler could probably get us clear.
You get that mask working?
Been able to, well, I might be able to get it working for a little bit, but long enough, I think.
Because, I mean, we could pull that trick again, honestly. I'll make contact, take him into the bathroom, tell him what's going on, probably lie my ass off, make him think he's about to die, get him to slip the mask on, and then we scuttle on out. I think that's that part of the plan kind of planned.
Yeah.
But Gopher, I do want to know, as your fixer, do you have any qualms with us backstabbing people like this?
I mean, long as we get paid, right?
That's the way that you feel, then hallelujah. And he holds out his fist for a fist bump.
Most awkward, very far reach across the table fist bump.
Now, JP, you were talking about something to do with teaching.
Oh yeah, you're in charge of teaching that one how to, at least for 15 minutes, appear to know some sort of etiquette. And he motions towards D-Rezz.
I can be polite.
It's a little bit more than being polite.
The
But that's
first
fine.
thing is the grammar.
That-
You know, work on her sounding like people are inept and dumb every time she talks to them.
Because they are.
That-
I don't see what.
I think what you need to
issue
really
is
teach
there.
her is restraint. Like how I did not tell that Vesper lady that I wanted to tie her to the back of my car and drag her through the Badlands for insulting it.
The word you're looking for is tact. You do require some lessons in tact. We're talking about the sort of situation where lack of tact can get you killed or worse.
Or worse, I'm worried about.
I can make this happen. The only thing I will say, JP, is that if you do see any marks from a yardstick, that you say nothing. And she
What?
just turns to face off into space, a small smile growing across her lips.
JP just kind of like, he blinks for a moment, and then he kind of adjusts his suit jacket a little bit, trying not to bust a chuckle.
Is this corpo speak for something?
No.
Alright, anyway, are we renting a car or am I boosting someone's sports car?
I suppose that depends. If you boost it, can you flip it?
Well,
I mean, I
depending
can
on
probably
what
flip it.
systems are, I might need some help from D-Rezz clearing out its systems for any trackers there. physical trackers Gopher can probably help me with. Pandora's
It's more,
Garage is a chop
Do you have
shop.
a fence? Right. That's more what I meant.
Right here, sitting amongst you. I am a fixer.
You can get
I
it
sell
sold.
things.
Yes, but I mean more in terms of the specifics of chopping it so that it doesn't look like it's stolen anymore, so that you can sell it. Because whilst I'm
Well,
sure you could find a
That-
whilst I'm sure you could find a fence, JP, selling very hot goods tends to attract the wrong kind of attention. I'm sure you would know.
well, as it just so happens, we did just happen to do some work at the docks with some choppers.
Yeah, I was about to say, at least 3/4 of my job is dealing with hot goods. How do you think I get these discounts? Most of what I deal in is stolen.
On top of that, if we're looking to collect something that's pretty high end too, those things are going to have SID readers.
Yeah, that's where
Oh.
you come in.
Oh, I
Like-
know how to get around those kinds of things.
There's
Creating
a
a
reason
universal
we're-
key is harder than you think.
There's a reason I
Obvious.
have you all gathered around the table.
You think I don't know how to boost past
as-
a biometric reader?
As you say that, JP, and not that you know she has any sort of cloaking device, but the proprietress is at your side pouring you more tea. Not that I was listening in.
You always seem to not be listening in right at the right moment.
But
Frankly,
And
I had a bit
And
of
every-
wisdom come to my mind as I was preparing your refills. You can't teach a monkey to be a tiger. So let the monkey be the monkey. Let the tiger be the tiger. Sorry, I don't serve fortune cookies. She goes around and starts topping off all of your teacups.
that's a thought.
She goes back to the kitchen where she's totally
I
not
wonder-
listening.
Yeah, like
Worded it.
What
Outback
if
Outback
Let
knows
each
how to get
puzzle
past.
piece fill its space.
Outback knows how to get past SID readers and biometrics. How else do you think nomads install them? We take them off of other people's cars.
so? Also, there's always Craig. We could always hire him for a job to collect a vehicle, but that would be more of an expense than it.
I have a feeling,
Yeah, no,
given
that's
what
why I
Crank
hired Outback.
has, if Crank's going to give us a car, it's going to be work for work.
Yeah.
Which this whole thing is going down on Saturday, which gives us a bit of time in between then and now to maybe run a little thing for Crank, get him to flip a car for us. She was very clear that she does not care how we procure what we have, so long as it looks nice.
We have to know the car. And we have to know our fake IDs, and have them basically made and running by tomorrow.
Yes.
So if we're gonna clap a car, we need to do that today.
Or tomorrow.
We need to know a target car. She needs to know what to look for.
Indeed.
Yes, and you did rather limit our time frame on that, JP, by saying you would have it by midday when she originally said by the same time we met.
Well, yeah,
You did
No
rather cut our
offense,
time
but,
frame down by 6 hours.
that's because I thought that the answer might just be a resounding no.
Trust me, I am indelibly aligned with saying that full-hearted, resounding no to this. However, it seems that is not a consensus shared among the party here.
I think we stand more to gain by, as I said, participating in some schoolyard bullshit.
I am
Besides-
absolutely money motivated, but I still
I
have
just want you all to
principles,
remember
Kiri.
this day when we sat around this table. And it was not me, your gato, your fixer man, They convinced you to do a job. They got you killed.
No, that would be solely, squarely on us being fucked.
Yeah, we're all gonna die someday.
If we all die, you can come and see me in hell about it. But it's not like you'll want to worry about it that much afterwards anyway. Right.
What fixer comes to an information meeting without information to provide?
Kind of lady who doesn't have the information she wants to give us. Probably because this isn't an extraction that the guy knows of. I think we're being double or triple crossed here.
Yeah, I think that when we...
That's the first thing that smelled fishy to me.
That's why I did not intend to tell him that, oh, I am here from Madame Vesper to escort you as planned. I was just going to tell the man, you are in mortal danger. I am here from Ziggurat to save your damn life. Sell it as best as I could. And if all else fails, just...
I think
don't
if
know,
he's in a
knock him
similar
unconscious.
position to Patch, he'd know that Ziggurat's coming for him.
If that information from Vesper is correct, then he would be incredibly wary about Ziggurat people coming for him.
That's exactly why I said
Yeah.
we crawl his social media profiles first.
Well, you were told
Yeah.
Ziggurat security is going to be there with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
but
just get this out of
somebody-
the way. By
When
vote
the
of
time comes,
hands.
I'll say what I need to. Let's put it that way.
Let's settle at least the basic thing right now by a show of hands. Who doesn't want to do this?
JP puts his hand up.
Eh?
Does Drake get to vote?
I'm of two minds about it.
I mean,
Because
he
this
can attempt to vote. Sorry.
because
I do
this
not
is
have a
something that, where I can get quite a bit just by scouring the feeds at that place. That's
What-
just that. But getting into the place and actually blending in with people, I'm better off in a closet. You stick me in a broom
Yeah.
closet with a terminal or with an access point, then I will steal all of the information that is on that mainframe. And I will sell it for the freest of eddies.
To this image in my head, fancy cocktail party. We're shuffling her through the room until she can get an access point, and then it's like she goes on. She faints. We stuff her in a closet.
Whilst that would be funny, what I think we need to do is we need to do recon on what's actually going to be present at the gala. If the gala's running its own netrunner security, then we could slip you in there. This will need to be an infiltration on multiple angles. Not everyone needs to go on the floor. In fact, I think the only one of us who really needs to go on the floor is probably you, JP.
Well, the problem with that is that the only guaranteed entrance that we have is tickets on the floor as guests. We don't have the luxury of asking for a security entrance or maintenance staff. We would have to ascertain such a connection within 20 hours. Well, no, I guess not, because the job itself is on Saturday.
It's a crunch.
But it would be
I
a
do
crunch, yes.
I do understand that.
But we don't. I guess we don't all have to be all of us connected together. I don't think that was necessarily implied, but we
One
would
of us
need.
can have a cover story of some kind.
Yeah, I believe the idea is that we're pretty much kind of paired off until we don't need to pair, and then whoever's not going to go. Well, I guess does everyone have to go in? I don't remember if she specified that.
She just asked what your cover story is going to be so she can get you the proper IDs.
Yeah,
I believe she said if someone's a +1 or like a trophy date. If someone's a bodyguard, if someone's some sort of like retainer or whatever, you just need to tell her who is what so that she can make sure that you all are registered as what you say you are.
Is she actually providing the fake ID to go with that?
Yes. She
Okay.
needs to understand your cover story so she can get you in there. So she's providing you the ID and the tickets to get in. But she told you you need to tell her what that is because you know yourselves better than she does.
Then
Which
I
means
think
she doesn't really know much about our rep at all.
no. That's exactly why she's looking to know. She wants to see. But it's fine. This actually gives us a massive amount to work with.
Does anyone not want to be on the floor? Does anyone want to just be outside the building?
I just want to be somewhere smoozing or spying on people from cameras. I don't care either way.
Then if she can get the cover ID, Gopher and D, you could sneak in through the back. Be let in as staff if she can, because it seems she can acquire the cover stories to do that.
That would probably be best.
Give us the kind of access we need to. Because guest access and staff access are going to be very different things.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's the ticket and the ID for a ticket as a guest.
I mean, it could
Specifically as
also.
an attendee.
I mean, we'll see if she can get us staff access. If not, at the very least, once we get in there, we can cause enough chaos to be like, oh no, technical problem, and they need another set of hands. Can somebody help?
We'll see. So we are on ES. I think
If this goes well, this could mean
we'll pitch the D-Rezz and Gopher staff. But in case we don't, in case that's not how that works, how else should we?
maybe somebody's +1.
It's rather simple. I think the person least suited to be on the floor is myself. Well, and we got JP Gopher, we have Kiri and D-Rezz. You two got the more corporate look. You're there as some sort of execs. They're your +1s.
And you're the driver.
Exactly.
Hey, maybe they'll let you into the coat room.
We'll raffle through some
I
pockets.
think only one of us is going to need, if anything, only one of us needs staff access to let somebody else in.
Especially if you get in the system.
Now, Outback, if it helps, you just traipse through a yacht club and then an even more, like, super secret yacht club. You've seen that there are many different staff positions that the ultra wealthy have, including
They remain close.
the chief of staff or a maitre d'. Though this would be to, I guess, whoever your employer is, and not to the, you're not working. This isn't the convention center. You're not working for the convention center. You're working for someone if you want to go that route. But you've seen all levels of people employed by the ultra wealthy.
Kind of mingle together.
Could a chief of staff drive as well as serve food?
That's the GM telling all of us that we should give you a better position.
You could be just a
Relative
driver
to the
too.
driver.
It's if you're going to do the job, just as she
know what?
said, be
You're the
be what you say that you're going to be. So you have ultimate freedom to tell her what you are pretending to be, but she expects that you be that thing. Because otherwise if you violate that and the job goes tits up, then
I already got it.
Lethality wasn't here for it, but she promised that you'll never get a high-paying job north, south, west, or east of the combat zone.
She could ruin our rep if we turn on her.
Yeah, well, that kind of thing only lasts so long as she's alive, which if she decides to ruin our rep is something that becomes far more tenuous for her.
Especially because the job that she knows us for is for sticking it to the iron side to the dock.
Especially because the fact that we have a very powerful solo with, lethal range of around 800 meters?
Correct.
I mean, you just described every solo I've ever met.
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
Not all solos use high caliber sniper rifles.
Yeah, okay, so now we're down to 75% of every solo I've ever met.
You meet a very specific set of solos.
I also don't have to shoot her from 800 meters. I can simply be in there, kill her, and leave without ever being seen.
So
Why
if
are
she
we
tries to
talking about this
fuck
lady?
over our lives, then we will just end hers.
Because, JP, and I think you would agree, as you pointed this out first, she is a piece of shit. And what I
does
think
not
we
mean
found...
that I want them dead.
Well, what I think we found here at the Lost and Bound, we tend to take out the trash.
Alright,
Listen.
if we want all of us on that floor and spend even more on this, JP, you're an executive, Kiri, you're his wife, Gopher, and D-Rezz, you are +1s, and I'm Mr. Corporal
Head of security.
Exactly.
Thank you. So
That gets us all onto the floor.
See, now what I was thinking was that me and Kiri were the executives. Kiri was there with her wife. And Gopher could either be my lover or just another executive. That's up to him on that regard.
I mean, to be fair, he would come highly regarded by EBM.
He can hustle.
It was mentioned that if there's EBM execs there, which there
understand.
presumably are going to be, that he could be recognized. So weigh that into account.
I mean, I don't even think
I would say the same thing.
that
Same
bad.
thing with NCOM as well. God, that would be absolutely hilarious. Kiri just walking across the floor and someone just goes, Rinsler!
Well, you were in that NCOM suit most of the time.
Yeah.
High
Yeah, but I
fashion
did
is a
have
very different style.
I did have the mask up. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
So if someone recognizes
It's
the
amazing what high fashion does for changing how you look.
Mhm.
I
I
Insomnia
suppose
Night.
one option for Kiri would be like personal bodyguard.
Would not be uncommon for an executive of any level to have multiple security.
Actually, yes, I think that does sound like a good idea, because the fact then I'll be able to get at least weapons, not necessarily the sniper rifle, but other weapons past security, because I'll have licenses to have them on the floor.
Potentially, yes.
So JP is the exec. Got 2 points of security. He only gets a +1. About
One point of security will be enough if it's me.
not to beat a dead horse, but me and Outback don't scream execs.
Which is
Well,
why
I'll
But I
put you in
can-
some business where, D-Rezz, and I think you'd look very great as a secretary.
Well, so here's the other thing. Even though he's coming as my quote-unquote head of security, that doesn't mean that I didn't purchase him a ticket as my well-regarded employee. And Gopher's just a bodyguard.
Security do tend to drive their people around, so
I've done it.
So what's
Because
my
that-
cover? I don't know. I'm lost. I'm lost now.
Kiri's wife. Or lover. Or just +1 in general. However you want to take that.
Give you
You
a
two live
digital
together.
clipboard with a bunch of fake itinerary for our wonderful executive here.
Now, as for names, Hey, Drake, can you generate some fancy sounding names?
Yes.
There you go. There's your new names.
Yeah, but one of us needs to look somewhat legitimate.
That's what the lady's taking care of.
No, I mean more legitimacy in names. Anyone who's actually looking in is probably going to see past these IDs relatively quickly.
Whatever. Not our problem. We're supposed to be in and out. We're not there to get drunk and mingle long enough for anyone to really get anything back.
No, it's more counter operations. Remember, we're dealing with the rich.
Oh, whatever.
You're not putting your real name out there.
I may not have a choice.
That's gonna put you on some radars, Kitty.
It is, and this is a calculated risk that I'm taking.
There
I
might
mean,
be
again,
Arasaka execs there.
I'm pretty sure Drake's already drafted up my polite "you a stinky bitch" letter that says we politely decline this offer, though we highly look forward to working with you potentially in the future. We just feel that our skills are not refined enough to meet the high quality of expectation that you have.
Yeah, I just feel like if we do that, we're going to be slamming the door, because she seems like that type.
Oh no! She
The only
slams
way-
the door on the ultra wealthy when
Oh,
I
it's
can
not-
work for men like Patches.
To be fair, this is more me trying to reconcile things with in and out of character, because I mean, yeah, it's good that we're arguing, that the characters are arguing in character about it, but like out of character, I'm thinking of this more as like a this is
We
the
didn't
gateway.
consider-
This is the kind of job we've been wanting for the crew.
I mean, it
Yeah.
could be.
This is the kind of job you thought you wanted, and you're seeing the realities of it that Outback already looked through and was like,
no,
this is
oh,
going to be
oh,
the
oh,
kind of
oh, no,
bullshit
this
we're
is-
dealing with if
No,
we go
this
this way.
This is fine. It's more a matter of I just don't want to shut that door because I don't know when it's gonna open again. Is the thing.
It opens again whenever you want, and hopefully there's
So,
a much better
that's-
person behind it.
Yeah, you gotta remember. Like, I
She's
feel
not
like
the only
PC
rich person
fixers
in
must
Night
be
City.
rare because, like, I am the gateway. I'm the one that goes, "Hey, GM, I love you, but we're gonna you know."
He can
You are
literally
welcome
get
to turn
us
down.
jobs.
Speaking as GM, this is optional.
Oh yeah.
You could
Oh,
have
yeah, no,
taken
no, I
you
could-
could have taken cans, or you could go.
Could've
You could
taken
take
the
a
crank
job with
job, yeah.
Clank, or Crank. I mean, you
Yeah,
could go
yeah,
this
yeah.
route too. You could go
We could-
work a day job in Pacifica doing construction. You do not have to do this job if you do not want to.
And Outback does not want to.
And as a player, it's not that I don't want to do the mission,
Mhm.
but as a player, I do think that our crew at this moment, with our level of resources, is not quite like if it was like this danger level, this representation of risk, because there's a lot of risk associated with. But if that risk was more upfront in the deadly danger side instead of the narrative
Mhm.
consequences side, because at least that's how I'm seeing this, right?
Mhm.
Our crew is more set up for the deal with things head on, less so deal with things subtly. Now, not that we can't do it, obviously. I think the plan that we've outlined, because of the DM allowing us to steal his fancy mask, is awesome for these kind of gigs. Because I mean, really, honestly, at the end of the day, we can knock this guy out, put the mask on him, and be like, "Oh, this drunk guy, we're gonna get him out of here for you." You know what I'm saying? Like, this mask is for these kinds of jobs.
Yep.
So I do. So ultimately, as players, if you guys want to do this, I think we can do it. But we should try
Yeah.
to spin it, I think, and not help her try to go the Wendy route. And if we can't do the Wendy route, then at the very least, do something.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what I'm thinking
that is.
too.
No, I'm in that same boat. Like, no, we do the job, but we're fucking her over. Like, we're working our own angle, and we're fucking her over if we can, because she deserves it. Like, straight up.
All
And
right.
the fact that she didn't give us the client's name as to
Right.
who hired her for the job.
So I think.
Correct.
And
She
her
she
passing
just told
herself
you
off
that
as a
she is. Yep. She did not
Hey.
get. It was only
And
just
she
divulged.
didn't word it like she was the client who wants this guy out. She's doing this job for another person who is
Yes.
her client.
She
So,
did
that's how she worded
clarify
it.
that to me. Yeah, that
That's
way.
how she
yes.
worded it. Yeah.
So, idea forms, and this is both in and out of character, especially since Outback does have frankly, a pretty well justified moral objection.
I will also
Before
just
the-
say, like, if it's not clear, the social door only is slammed shut and locked if we fail, which is
Yeah,
very
true.
highly likely.
Saying no closes a little bit, but doesn't slam it shut. Failing does slam it shut, and maybe in more ways than just socially.
Well, see, that's why I'm thinking, because I know that we can succeed at this.
I don't think
Well, I
we
think
can.
No,
I
I
think
think we can.
Certain
We
characters
can we can absolutely rock a stealth mission. Gopher and D-Rezz proved that at the flooded warehouse. A social stealth mission, I don't think we can rock when two of us are in very low empathy,
Too bad I'm
and
low empathy, but
more
I
of
can
them
still
are
rock it.
low.
And
cool.
I'm very not
we
cool.
we have too low cool and
Very
too low
not cool.
empathy.
You say that, and you have an absolutely fabulous hair day today, Gopher. I don't want to hear that shit from you.
His hair does
like-
look lovely.
Like D-Rezz and Gopher are both low cool, I believe. Kiri and myself are both low empathy.
Average.
Yeah, but
cool,
I can.
like, plus
But see, I
five.
can make my way through a social stealth mission because of the fact that I have high cool. I don't need empathy to make it through this.
Yeah, until it gets to like, hey, have a conversation.
Yeah. Well, so long as it doesn't require regular conversation or human perception, so long as I'm not trying to milk someone for information.
Yeah,
That's
you
my
just
job.
acting.
Yeah, just acting. But
Mhm.
My job's to milk them for information. Subtle information.
you gotta switch back. You gotta switch back into character for a second.
Yeah.
An idea forms. Wendy had already spoken with this Madame Vesper.
Yeah.
We're already planning on cutting her in if we manage to get stuff on the feed. Let's collaborate.
Right. That's
We can
why I
then-
wanted
we-
to.
We can make our decision whether we want to take the job then or not based on what it is that she has to say.
Have you not considered that maybe her meeting with Madame Vespa was that she was already going to be cut into information that we might roll up?
Who knows?
We'll find that out. We'll find that out. But I'm sure we can offer a better rate than Vesper would.
We absolutely cannot. I don't think we have what she's offering us together.
No, I'm talking more about what Wendy would have to pay. Vesper might ask 10,000 eddies, 20,000 eddies. We ask for 5, and we clear it. We have the bargaining chip there, not her, because of the fact that we don't need as much money to get by and maintain the appearance of what it is that we are. So my thought is that we talk to Wendy first, see what she's got, and then from there, maybe we can work something out.
Said I can get her on the hollow if we want.
Well, JP, I believe you're the one who knows this Wendy character best. Clearly everyone around this table is perfectly fine with backstabbing someone who is hired them. How good is this Wendy on that? Because if we come to her with this, trying to cut her in on a backstab deal, if she's of high moral fiber and has been hired by Vesper, she might turn right around and tell this lady what we're planning.
Well, here's the thing, though. Wendy's the media. Wendy's not motivated exactly by the same things the usual folks are. If she is cutting a deal somehow, some way related to whatever's going on, us coming to her and being like, hey, we know something, provides more of an angle for her. There's not really much reason for a media to backstab the people that they work with so much as lightly nudge them into more favorable positions for themselves. Does that make sense?
And I kind of already know what Wendy's looking for.
I don't really know what medias want.
The scoop, the story, the drama. It doesn't.
Oh.
It, let's say she's
Deal
cut
with
her in.
Her deal with Miss Vesper might simply well be getting into this party then.
Well, right. But think of it this way: if she is somehow cut into this, it's probably that she's been keyed up that there may be an executive that might go missing during this party, and then she gets word from a mercenary she's already worked from that says, "Hey, I might be stealing an executive from this party." Well, for her, that's even better. That's twice the story.
It's true.
It's more evidence, makes it more believable on the scream sheets.
And to be fair, she's looking for people who sign checks. She's looking for people who have money, can pay money. As far as what Wendy's looking for.
Well, sort of.
Well,
she
wants
has a
to
steady
scoop,
job.
sure. She wants to scoop though. She wants to move up, and she's looking for those people, dirty or otherwise, who write checks for their company. If this guy from
Ziggurat
is worth anything to her, then she's gonna want him.
Right.
Or any information that he has on people who he knows are worth their money at Ziggurat.
This is why I suggested that we do the recon first before we either turn it down or we take it, because we don't need to make the operational expenditures until then. And if we have more of the pieces in our, at least a couple more of the pieces in our hand, we can make a more informed decision. That, and I also get the very distinct feeling that Outback, you may get the luxury of blowing up a luxury yacht. Not hers, just a luxury yacht.
The problem with that, Kiri, is it's not just recon we'd have to do, we'd also have to source the vehicle, because she has to know what vehicle she's registering. And that is a bit of a commitment no matter how we're doing it.
Well, again,
we can steal the vehicle. Either we use it, we chop it and we use it for the job, or we just chop it and sell it.
I think
I'll go try finding a vehicle.
But if you don't want to get a vehicle, I mean, maybe you'll enjoy the act of stealing a vehicle. But if you don't, I still think the idea of you showing up on foot after parking Dust and Rattler a little ways away and us using rentals makes that a whole lot simpler and easier compared to what we're trying to do.
And rentals aren't that expensive, so.
But I mean, if you do want to steal a car,
they're a paper trail.
Paper trail underneath fake identification.
Yeah.
Still a trail. Someone can follow it.
Also, you don't even need a driver at that point. You can just get one of those AVs. The autopilot ones.
Also, if I am registered as the driver, I don't have a license with which to rent a vehicle.
A thought, though. The rental car can be left at the venue.
Yeah, we leave and go to... Yeah. We have to walk a few blocks or whatever, but not a big deal, I think.
We'll just tell you Outback when we're leaving the premises, and you'll be there to swipe us up, and then boom, we're disappeared.
Exfil is not going to be difficult. Even if we're under cover of fire, it's not going to be that difficult.
I'm highly against this plan and this mission overall. I want that to be noted, but as any good corporate drone, I'm going to shut up and be told what to do in this matter.
Well,
That,
I'll
Hold on.
pay you additional 1,000. I'll pay you 1,000 eddies out of my cut.
Your input has been noted, Outback, says Drake.
Well,
you
your
want to steal a
your
car?
cut, Kiri, is only 2,000, so I'm not going to do that. Yes, I rather would like to steal a car.
Well, then let's let him steal a car.
Yeah, if you would like to steal a car, then by all means. I imagine
Yeah.
Outback being like, look, that's the one part of this mission that's gonna give me any damn joy. Let me do it, you bastards!
You know what's better than a hard-to-follow paper trail? One that doesn't fucking
Doesn't
exist.
You know what? I agree wholeheartedly. D, get Wendy on the holo. Outback, if you would like. Gopher, do you want to go steal a car with Outback?
I think that's a dandy idea.
You know, just in case you do find something really nice that might have some additional technical countermeasures that Outback can't quite beat, you'll be of major help.
Plus, he's
Because
got a
look,
shotgun.
even it, very powerful piece of hardware, I would agree. In fact, I would call it a very great equalizer. But I look at it like this. If we do the recon and steal the car and it doesn't turn up fine, we say no. You take the car to your chop shop, you chop it, JP sells it. We make some cash, and that's all that needs to be said on the matter. If the recon says that yes, the stars are in our favor, we can do this, then we've got the vehicle. We'll have talked to Wendy and we'll have that stuff out. We'll have additional information, and then we can work out additional cover identities and everything from there. We just do this a step at a. If we are going to tackle this, we do this a step at a time. Yeah.
So he steals a car while she talks to Wendy. I get to sit here and sip tea. This is why I hired a crew. Oh, I'm so happy.
And you know what? All I'm saying, if I steal an appropriate vehicle for this gala and we chop it and flip it, that's already a potential of higher pay than what she's paying us. I believe high-performance cars run around 50,000, which is
Yeah, but a hot car
10,000 for each
chopped
of
up.
us.
Yeah,
If
but
you
a
get
hot
market
car
value
chopped
for
up
it.
Will be not market value, more than likely.
No, probably get about
probably get about half.
20.
maybe
Yeah.
about 25, 30 if you negotiate, which is still more than she's promising us.
Again,
All
which
right.
is
I
why
guess you're going
which is
after.
why
Let's maybe not try to become a car boosting gang, but
I don't know. You seem to enjoy it.
I do rather
Crank
enjoy.
apparently does. You have pragmatic violence in your heart, so got ya.
Not to mention, I'd like to point out that that's just what she's paying us. The bulk of additions from this job aren't going to be from her. She is our
Could be
way
them.
in. She is our way in, and she is only our way in, and that's it.
Yeah, we know.
If she's
on us.
Yeah, exactly. She wanted to pawn everything off onto us, then we will give her the same professional courtesy. She is our way in and nothing else. If she decides that she wants to try and renege on any part of that,
Or
then
try to
it
claim
is
us for her own. Then
it
that's
is simply professional courtesy that we deal with that problem.
She is getting you the tickets. She also told you that she can introduce you to discreet renters, if that's the choice that you make. So for
Yeah.
car or clothing, she
Clo-
can point
clothing-
you in a direction, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, of someone who can rent things very discreetly.
Clothing,
Let's-
yes.
let's
Clothing-
look at
clothing
the car
will.
rental too, because
Hmm.
that
look
might
up the car rental just in case.
just in case
Just in
for
case.
whatever reason Outback you can't clip one.
An appropriate
Alright,
one.
But Wendy on the holo, and you guys, you two, and she pointed to
Yeah.
Outback and Gopher, go scope out a Carter Club.
Just as like a small, silly little thing, about how many rooms on that yacht of hers did she have?
Manny.
Many, yeah.
Because yachts are like 50,000 per room.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
Ultra-rich.
yeah, we could always just drown her in the basically quote unquote drown her in the lock and take her yacht.
The
Those things
problem
are
is that is a
expensive.
very obvious, one of a kind item.
Yeah, hard
Oh
to
yeah,
flip
no,
that.
that is
But there were other yachts around it.
that is a high pro.
Let's
like
stick
a
to
very
card
high profile
clepping
clip.
first before we throw Maddie the curveball. And by the way, we're stealing super
Yeah,
yachts.
we're gonna
Yeah.
Ocean's 13 a yacht.
I mean, I have to expect it. Y'all have spent half the time planning the heist, the other half of the time how to kill your fixer. So
Yeah.
I don't know which direction you're gonna take this, because you want to do the
okay.
job, but you also want to
JP.
murder the person giving you the job. So
Oh,
JP
hold
is
on,
not here for
hold
the
on.
murdering part of it, but
But hold on, I must rebuke you there. We're not murdering our fixer. JP's our fixer.
amen. But
We're
yes.
murdering. We're
murdering
a
my
fixer.
competition.
Yeah, we're murdering a fixer.
you're
It's like
evil step
oyster
fixer
job.
then. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
and may not
yes,
even
I'm
do
like
that either, because we'll decide that at another point probably. But first and foremost, we're getting a car, and
Yes, I'm gonna
we're
watch it.
calling
Closed.
people
And we're
and
calling
then
people.
deciding whether
And
or
I'm
not
drinking tea.
whether or not we're
Yes.
going to do the job, one, and two, decide whether we're going to kill the client fixer, quote unquote.
I'm pretty decided on that. You discuss amongst yourselves. I think
D-Rezz is ideologically against murder.
Kiri in this case is not. This woman has
Is
already
there a
broken her
case?
code of ethos. If you break the code of ethos, you die. Your life is forfeit.
It's so funny for JP because so JP's on this position where he is that fixer sometimes. He has foisted jobs. He has been the fixer that's been like, yeah, can you do a job for me? And then ghosted them. He's been that asshole.
Oh yeah.
And that's
but
also why he doesn't really he's like, there's a big difference in my line of work between doing the polite no, the sliding backstab goodbye, but you really don't want to kill each other because you don't want to foster bad blood in that way as a fixer, So
That's
for
why
him, you got
why you
Outback
make
that's like, yeah, I was gonna hogtie that lady and drag her through the Badlands. Kiri's like, yeah, I'll just hang her from a yacht. JP's over here like, guys, we can just why? Why
Because
must it be
trash
to the
Just
extreme?
make it disappear.
because there is one place where trash belongs, and it's in the compactor.
Yeah, but I'm the trash.
Well, no, it's not the fact that she foisted the job. That's not what broke the thing.
Well, no, but
I can see why JP would make that link. Yeah, but no, that's not why Kiri wants to get rid of her.
D-Rezz is calling Wendy.
Yeah, D-Rezz is calling Wendy. Outback and Gopher, let's go clip a car whilst we discuss the philosophies of murdering an evil woman.
please leave a message after the beep. Beep.
I mean, I do get it. High profile. She's high profile. Killing that is hard to cover up.
Wanted to chat. Had some information come up. Wanted to meet and see what you thought about it. Okay, bye. Answering machine.
Did you just... No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Everything
No,
that you
no.
saw and heard was out loud.
No, not that. Not that. It's something completely different and out of character. Not that. those particular words came by have a very distinct meaning, Coffee, and you know it.
No, I don't.
Of course you do. You've heard it a billion times.
There's someone about your height wandering down the street outside the tea house who was just dressed in all pink.
You're making a reference to. That's the reference I knew. I wasn't sure if you meant something else.
No.
And for purposes of message and the 25-word count, K thinks bye is one word.
Yeah, because it's KTHXBAI. K thinks bye.
Just don't ask
But-
the TTS to pronounce it. Just thinks by.
K thinks bye, yeah. But, yes, you guys go clip a car, and me will, Kiri will do the tactica and design of invil, exfil, where we should go recon, things like that, because she's good at that as a solo-ish.
All right.
Well, D-Rezz, having gotten the answering machine, will probably join you on that.
So those are the splits right now, Maddie. Gopher and Outback are gonna go clip a car, and D-Rezz, JP, and Kiri are gonna plan.
All right. Well, the planning's probably going to be easier than the klepping. What are you planning? What are you
So
looking
first
into,
things first-
researching? I don't.
Yeah. So first things first. We have a couple of different things that we can just grab off the public net. First off, our target social media profiles. We need to get a beat on what our target's gonna be doing.
Yeah, what he's like, what he does, who his family
he's
might
still-
be.
What his sentiments are, you know, because if he's like, I love Ziggurat, there's nothing wrong in Ziggurat, like, you can tell whether he's still a corporate shill and this is a double cross or not we'd be able to tell that based on his profile, because if he's showing discontent, it will show in the things that he posts and the things that he's doing. Because most people don't have the wherewithal in extraction situations to be a social chameleon and flip on a dime to be like, oh, everything is okay when it's really not.
Usually they just go silent.
They normally go silent. Yeah.
And I'm going to use library search to find that stuff out. Do you want me to just roll it?
Roll it.
Yeah, this is. You're dealing with us plotting this like this is a Shadowrun job, because this is the sort of job that I would
is a
actually give to a
Shadowrun
team in Shadowrun.
Yeah. I mean, it's why it's it's also it's cyberpunk, small C cyberpunk type of job.
Yeah.
Elias Thorne must be as nervous or squirrely or whatever as he looked like in the recent picture or holo that Madame Vesper showed you. He does not have a presence on the net, save for a hiring announcement. I guess this would be, I forget the exact date. It was within the last year or two. Effectively, when Ziggurat went from not existing to being Ziggurat by Netwatch, as you saw in the convention center.
Yeah, it would have been a year or two. Yeah.
When Ziggurat was resurrected by Netwatch, he was his name appears as one of the people being hired. Not that he was especially noted for something, you know, like lead developer of the cutting new programming technique of whatever, or he's some like quantum computing guy. But so there's a hiring announcement when Ziggurat was resurrected, and there's also a very plain corporate bio page on the Ziggurat like staff accessible, like just the publicly accessible staff page, that he works for them. he is a middle manager. You know, he's not like the head of research of something, or
You wouldn't well, I suppose therein is a discrepancy already, because why would you announce the hiring of a middle manager? Middle managers are nobodies.
because the announcement was the resurrection of Ziggurat. And so when that was announced, the Ziggurat, you know, the Ziggurat team is, and then he was included in a batch of people. It wasn't like just him. It was, here's like the crew that are going to be helping to bring back Ziggurat.
What about his job history prior to that?
Well, if he doesn't have a LinkedIn page.
It'd be impossible to tell.
If he doesn't have a presence on the net, then...
You do not find anything about a past history.
Okay.
So, you are welcome to be suspicious about that, although he does appear to be a cloistered individual, but this is also a game of paranoia. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I had forgotten that that Ziggurat had been essentially bought out by Netwatch. So
hostilely acquired.
Hostilely acquired. So talent was also hostilely acquired.
More than likely, yes.
In that respect. So if I'm not finding anything about him on the public net, then I would want to try and read between any lines to see if I can't find out more details about him, because
sounds like a human perception. You're not looking at him, but this is a behavioral thing.
Yeah.
Now, you can counter if you have a different skill you think would be appropriate, but if you're trying to get a vibe check on him, that seems like the appropriate one, even though he's not physically here.
Okay, that's fine.
That or criminology.
I could roll criminology too, because I have that.
The human perception. There is your own paranoia creeps as you're contemplating the circumstances. As you have a guy who was hired in a batch to reopen Ziggurat. And he's at the point now where he wants to get out of Ziggurat, is protected by Ziggurat security, and his extraction to a safe house needs to be done in the middle of a tech ball charity gala. He perhaps has seen something. I mean, you have a lot of your own things that you see or suspect. So he knows something or sees something, because this is a lot for apparently a random dude who is, I mean,
who just wants out of the corp.
He wants out of Ziggurat. He's not looking to blow stuff up or anything. Now, that's if you believe the job, like the sort of the dossier blurb that you were given. He wants out of Ziggurat. Presumably someone else wants him, and so you'd be dropping him off at a pickup location, safe house, right? Madame Vesper indicates that she was paid by someone to find extractors for this guy, amid any of the other stuff that has already raised suspicion or paranoia hackles at this tea table regarding Vesper. But he's in a position where this is fucking strange, and I'm not trying to tell you how to feel, but it's creepy. Something fucking big is happening. This is you just were given it was like a chef salad, impromptu. You didn't even know it existed until it was brought out to you, and it was still fresh. All of this there's a ton of money involved in this. And if this guy was a middle manager like Linus over at Dynalar, this dude doesn't have the same type of money. So either he has something else which is valuable, he has or is something else that has a tremendous value, such that it is getting this apparently high society, ultra wealthy socialite fixer involved.
He's not.
I'll say this
he's,
out loud. Yeah.
he's not Ziggurat.
You
So-
suspect he's Netwatch?
He's Netwatch. Because here's the thing.
Me
In
too.
this day and
I suspect
age,
that too.
in this day and age, two kinds of people don't have presence on the net. Like any presence. The only presence he has is his hiring announcement and this bio page from Ziggurat.
And 0 work history.
And 0 work history. If someone was just working for Ziggurat are a chat program developer. That's their main deal. Z-Chat. That's their thing. Which it is, because that's what Ziggurat do. They develop applications. They're not really hardware people or anything like that.
Well,
Yeah, I'm suspecting.
they might be
Netwatch.
now.
Well, yeah,
No.
by Netwatch. But the thing is, there are 2 to 3 kinds of people who don't have a presence on the net. Even net runners have presence on the net because they have to keep up an appearance.
Depends on the netrunner.
Usually they try to keep up some kind of appearance on the net, even like in the darker parts, so that they can like get jobs off of boards and stuff. You know, they have like forum users that they go in and grab information and talk to people about the latest gear and things like that. Even the most reclusive netrunners will have burner accounts for that you'll be able to find at least some trace of them. The only people who don't have any presence on the net are those who basically never engage from life until death. Nomads, mostly. Or Netwatch agents.
Yeah. Because even born in Night City, you have an SID, you have a citizenship presence, public
I mean,
somewhere.
yeah, you would be able to look someone up in the public registry.
Yeah, we all have one, and I pull out my little credit card with my SIN on it.
Everybody's got one of those, digital or otherwise.
I have a fake one.
Oh yeah, you guys have digital ones.
But that's the point. That's the point that I'm making. This guy's probably a Netwatch agent. He's either seen something, or he knows something that someone is willing to pay
Top dollar.
And that's probably why she doesn't have any. Madame Vesper didn't have any information, because why would they feed it to her? It'd be need to know only if he matters quite that much. Because it means that it's a trail of plausible deniability from the top down. The less people know, the better.
I don't know if this changes much. I know I keep calling him middle manager, and that's definitely what Linus was, like, as a manager, like a person who shuffles papers, and he obviously made code, but he's like a manager. Technically, in the original text that I posted, he is a mid-level data analyst at Ziggurat. So, point of order that I was so used to just saying middle management.
Yeah.
He is technically he's still mid-level, but he is a data analyst at Ziggurat, from what you were told.
So the other possibility, the other possibility that opens up then is that he spotted a financial discrepancy because he's a data analyst, or he hit on something experimental.
Maybe.
But he's
something he's not supposed to know, and if Ziggurat knows that he knows, they're gonna come after him too.
Yeah, but with how squirrely
That's
he is,
the way
and fact
she
that
said it.
Yeah, but if the fact that he has security there, that he's going to be surrounded by Ziggurat security, why would Ziggurat surround a mid-level data analyst with security at a high-level charity, like a high society charity gala?
Well, there's probably other Ziggurat employees there too. Just
Like this is
to
like a
quell
corpo
that.
mixer. Like there are
Yeah.
other big tech companies that are here.
Well, yeah, there's a mix-up, but why would a mid-level data analyst be
Right.
there?
You're welcome to suspect that. It does not seem.
Why?
Hmm.
The security
especially-
isn't
especially if he's-
suspicious, just him.
I mean, if there were another Ziggurat, it depends on whether
That's
they're
what I'm
there.
saying. There probably is, because it's a big charity gala event. There probably is other Ziggurat, big ones.
Yeah, that's what, if there are other
Big
Ziggurat
shots.
employees and they're just generally hanging around, it's fine. If they're there to protect him specifically, that is even more.
He has Ziggurat. You are to expect Ziggurat security on him.
Yeah.
On him.
On him. There will be physical security presence around his personage at this gala.
So if they are attached to him specifically,
Then they
What?
expect him to get jumped.
they're expecting an extraction. They have that is the mark of, I have suspicion that someone is going to attempt to extract him.
Yeah, they expect him to get jumped. They
So-
expect him to get disappeared.
So the answer to that, so the question then is, why?
He knows too much. He knows something valuable that somebody else wants. The somebody else doesn't necessarily matter too much.
Why wouldn't they just nix him then? They could just make him
Yeah.
disappear. He's
They
a
could.
mid-level data analyst. No one would blink. Oh no, he was found in his apartment, shot dead. What a tragedy.
It would be just another body on the feeds.
Exactly.
Shot twice in the back of the head, drowned in the bathtub. Oh, terrible mistake. Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah, it was a tragic. It was a tragic running into that mugger's knife. He ran into that mugger's knife 10 times.
And then he
So-
ran into
27
mine.
stab wounds.
So
I think autopsy revealed he was stabbed, burned, poisoned, shot, and hung. Must have been Maelstrom.
Yep.
yeah, that definitely does beg the question as to
Why?
what does he know?
Not even that, honestly. Deeper question. This screams cover. Who is he really?
Somebody who knows something. And if we get him to Wendy, he can spill the beans, and then we could
Palm him off.
even do another job and smuggle him out
Yeah,
if he's willing to pay.
but that's what's ringing in my head. This guy doesn't add up. The pieces of the puzzle here do not add up. So the picture is different.
My thought exactly. My thoughts, now this could be conjecture, is he is a higher up manager at Netwatch, or some kind of data analyst at Netwatch, higher than maybe he's let on. He's just looking to get out.
That's
But who's waiting for him when he gets to the safe house?
the question? So we got the safe house location, right?
You know the area it's in. You do not have the location. Like, you don't have the
Where's
address.
I want to do
That's fine. That's fine.
research
Where's the area? Like,
Westbrook.
what area is the
Westbrook,
Westbrook?
south of Corpo Plaza. Yep.
Nicer area. Westbrook is nice.
You're going from Pacifica to
Yeah, so Westbrook is a moderate zone. right? It's, you know, it's not necessarily because it's between Pacifica and fucking Corpo Plaza.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily massive high rises, but it's relatively decent high rises. Most of your like corporate con apps are probably gonna be there. So it's a nicer part of town. Which, if there's so many high society people looking in, they're gonna look at that as the bare minimum.
Unless he's going to the mega building, 'cause there's the mega building there too.
There is the mega building in Westbrook, yes. But even then, that's the nicer mega building. The one where they actually, you know, clean up the suicides. And just wait for the street sweepers.
So yeah, I'm looking for. I'm also going to look at the Gala site as well, get the blueprints and what I think might be as part of their security. If I can get the blueprints that has like the mapping of different things, like the physical.
Well, do another search.
Another search. I'm gonna put 3 luck. 16.
Okay. Good.
Damn, that is a shitty roll. I rolled a 2.
That's a good thing you use that, because I mean this is professional level searching you're doing. So, there are no blueprints available. Though with this,
on a half completed
correct.
site
Yes, there are no blueprints
in Pacifica
for the glass house atrium that are available, like publicly available. Now, if you were able to like crack some databases, it might be in there. But there's not just blueprints that are there.
Just out there. Okay, so I'd have to crack a place. And that's not something I would be able to do remotely, would I? Since I don't have like Netrunner's chair or anything.
That being said, well, if you became a middle manager at the convention center,
God,
you are correct in remembering, if this matters, that this is a half-completed building. It has a gorgeous front with AR glass. And in this picture that you see, that's actually talking about the Pacifica for All Fund charity that's going on. The front of the house is gorgeous. This is very much a meeting place. This is where the convention center is newer and nice, but it's very concrete bunker, very brutalist. It's also very practical. A lot of people from the public go there for events. The glass house is a building meant for these types of functions. For galas and mixers. It's a convention center for socializing and not necessarily having big presentations or a huge public-facing thing.
Pacifica's a corporate paradise, of course.
Presumably, this place wouldn't withstand a bomb the same way that the convention center could. So, inside, or like as you're searching the venue, the gala is going to be taking place in the rotunda. In the front, like a big lobby. And this place also features semi-public, private, and VIP meeting rooms that are in the mezzanine above the rotunda. Rotunda? Anyway. that would be looking down, that are for talking, for hanging out, for whatever. And then there is also a grand ballroom, which is also it has a full kitchen that can serve it as well. The ballroom is for dining and dancing, although it could be set up for some kind of a presentation. The other big thing while you're looking here at the glass house is that the main prize for the auction is a Kang Tao Sifu core piece of it's like a chip. And this is prime, this is like military grade smart weapon brain. So the winner of the charity auction gets this Sifu core.
Interesting.
Which, JP, are you the only one who speaks? Well, I know it's Mandarin, and there's Mandarin Cantonese, but broadly, are you the only one who speaks Chinese in the crew?
JP had to leave.
Oh,
Yeah,
He is the only one that speaks Chinese. But, JP did have to leave.
Oh, okay. Oh, did I miss him saying that or a message?
He put it in
the
Roll20 chat.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I was and we'll wrap up here as you're doing this, because if you're going Kleppen, whether it's a success or not, that'll be a next week thing.
Yeah, that's fine. Steal someone's.
JP tells you that Sifu means it's Sifu, kind of like mentor, but more of like master apprentice weight, and not just like I don't know, like a Japanese like senpai kohai, sort of like a you're a little older. Yeah, like so this Sifu core is a prized possession of Kang Tao. They are offering it to the winner of the highest bidder. Like, this is the richest prize. Now, there's a lot of other like chips and cyberware and things to help raise money for Pacifica for All. But the big thing is this Sifu core. All the prizes are on display in the lobby, in the rotund. And everyone is encouraged to bring money to go towards the charity. And of course, you might be able to walk away with I don't exactly have a pitch, but hey, that arm or eye or chip or program that you really wanted. And one lucky person with enough money will get to go home with a certified, Kang Tao Sifu core.
Now,
you can walk away with a
that's
Drinkmaster 3000.
That is something. This is a high society tech gala. Yes, something technical makes sense. But normally, if people are donated to charity for this, it's normally something a little more universal. This is military level smart gun equipment.
Assuming it's not actually just a chipware bomb.
Assuming it's not just a chipware bomb, yes.
Plug it in your head blows up. There we go, one exec down.
But why is that what the prize is? Like, why is that what's being auctioned off?
Kang Tao is also a smaller company right now, so...
Yeah, exactly. So what... That also rings us super fishy. Because what are a bunch of hoity-toity execs going to do with a military-grade smart gun software, aside maybe sell it, or if they're in the right thing, reverse engineer it. But then Kang Tao wouldn't be putting that up for grabs anyway at a tech gala, because that's their edge in the industry.
The entire building is a facade.
The whole thing could be a ruse. It could be that they're looking to see who's who wants military tech.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do it like that. That makes no sense. There's something very fishy here. Very, very fishy.
Lots of fishy stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw other military things.
See, I would expect, yeah, but the thing is that you wouldn't be peddling that to execs as charity. If you're looking like military, when it comes to military tech, and militech as well, but military tech, when you talk shop, you talk shop.
You don't leave
Because
it to some random
there's not time to on that. There's not time to screw around. These sorts of events are the kind of place where military people might meet, like execs might meet up and be like, yeah, let's set up a meeting at a different point in a different place to talk shop. But they're not going to do it in the fancy decor because that's a disconnect.
I mean, I know I'm not here, but there have been several very bad corporate PR events that have happened lately.
Yeah.
So disguising an arms deal as a charity event.
Well,
The charity spirit of the city is overflowing. You all saw it in the scream sheets. Everyone is giving to the poor.
They're
Pacifica for All Fund. I'm actually going to look up and see if I can find dirt on them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
LLC made 2 days ago.
The thing about that though, right, with the bad PR for a lot of different companies like Segatari, like Arasaka, because they murdered people and things like that at a tech festival and things like that, like all of that bad and Dynalar, of course, that bad corporate PR. If there was arms deals going on, they simply would drift even further underground. They would only happen inside not night markets, the midnight market.
You also have to remember, it was also Petrochem.
Yeah,
Petrochem refinery exploded, poisoned the city in Sector 4, and Petrochem has a major stake in Pacifica right now.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
But
Pacifica for All is probably looking to raise money for getting some of these projects back on the ground because they've been hit hard. Investors are pulling.
Yeah, but herein lies the thing: a bunch of hoity-toity execs don't have a use for something like this.
Well,
especially something they can't replicate.
They do have to have smart weapons.
We don't have a guest list. We don't know that these are just nothing execs. These could literally just be execs, and it's a bunch of military contractors.
Because
the person who bids the highest and wins the thing is probably someone who has a smart weapon.
Yeah,
and is looking to install smart weapon.
But the thing is, it's a single chip. That's a single chip for a single smart weapon. If they cared about the technology, they would want something that they would be able to mass install. But no, it's a single chip. A single chip that I'm sure Kang Tao would probably have major qualms about them reverse engineering.
Unless they're purposefully rigging the auction. If they're rigging the auction for a specific person to win it.
Yeah, but what does Kang Tao stand to gain from that?
A military contract disguised as an auction.
Yeah, but you wouldn't need to disguise it. You're a weapons manufacturer. Like, there's no reason to disguise stuff like that. You are literally so far out in the open. Trying to disguise it just makes you look more suspicious.
Only the paranoid people. And paranoid people are very easy to disappear.
The corporate the corporate culture here and the way that corps do things isn't aligning with this modus. Like, what they're trying to do and that sort of thing do not align.
Well,
so there's something else going on here. Doubly so that, I mean, I already had my suspicions with a mid-level data analyst who seems squirrely as hell showing up at an event like this, but the fact that that is what's being auctioned off,
on top of other cyberware and stuff.
Well, we have a four-way crossing, and which of the three directions we take, turn left and completely abandon this, go straight and just do the job exactly as asked, or we turn right and make this a much messier conspiracy.
Oh, we're turning right. We were already planning on doing that anyway by virtue of shafting
You
Madame
were
Vesper.
planning to do that.
Well, no.
Both me and JP were on for turning left and leaving this in the rear view. Your fixer and your driver don't want to do this at all.
But now that you're actually looking into the job, maybe there's something more to it.
Yeah, I imagine Outback getting told all of this. He's just gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because I'd be sharing this with everybody anyway.
The more Outback hears
Once
about
they get back
this-
from trying to clip a car.
The more Outback hears about this, the more it sounds like a wrench rattling around an engine, which means the less he wants to do with it.
Well, that's why the idea is like
There's the potential for a lot of information.
This
Well,
job's starting to sound more and more stupid. Almost as stupid as, I don't know, infiltrating a Konpeki Plaza.
Who in the hell would do that?
I mean, to be fair, I probably could infiltrate Outback Plaza, but
That's bonkers. Why would anyone attempt to do that?
I've been to Konpeki Plaza before.
I'm
Anyways,
sure you have. But
everything about this is telling Outback that this is going to go poorly for us, no matter
Yeah,
what
but
we do, unless we walk away.
Yeah, but Crank is probably gonna be the same thing.
But at least
Yeah,
Crank is going to be honest about it. If it's going to go wrong with Crank, it's going to be him and his boys pulling iron on us, which we can handle.
Well, it's more the target, because Booster Gang is just as capable of backstabbing.
D-Rezz, would you like to mix some kind of investigation and/or library search role?
if you're
please.
wanting me to do something, I have deduction.
Yeah, that's what I mean, not investigation.
I will roll in deduction. Is it a plus 12?
Throw all your luck on it.
Last 2 luck, and do I have any fickle favors?
Oh, that is a good question.
I believe you got 1 at the start. Because I feel like
You do
Raven's
have 1,
always-
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, my last 2 luck and a fickle favor.
Super.
Plus 3.
21,
Yep,
not bad.
21.
Okay.
I am a deducer. I am the int character. Tell me what I know.
Pacifica for All is a charity that was created rather recently with the mission to it'll be said a lot better, a lot more tactful and public facing, but they want more like normies. They want the average person in Pacifica to, it's not finished, but they want them to go to the amusement park, go to the buildings that are there. It's creating sort of a budget for people to help be able to buy stuff in this section to get people in this sector of the city.
Even though it's being advertised as a corporate paradise?
It is supplementing buses for normies to get to Pacifica. Because the mission, it wants the normal people of Night City to feel like they're corporate too. And so it's a way to provide luxury to people who can't afford luxury.
No actual corp is gonna want that. Especially not high society.
What's the reverse of gentrification?
This particular charity.
Who incorporated this? I'm sure that's public facing information. Who incorporated?
Pretty sure everything that's happening in
whatever the Pacifica for All Fund Committee LLC copyright.
It's probably Night Corp. I'm pretty sure in the
late
one scream sheet, Night Corp was involved.
65 or 3.
Yeah, so if you have a look, especially online, you can normally tell if someone's incorporated, like an LLC. You can normally tell who.
Yeah, I mean, there's a name. You believe it. You can look more into it. An entity has done it. The Pacifica for All Fund is it's its own, charity. So very recently created with a mission to get the people of Night City into the newest expansion to Night City, because this part of the city belongs to them too.
In that respect, then, what other charitable functions have they sponsored?
Pacifica for All?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they are a charity. They haven't sponsored any.
What other events have they been part of?
Oh, this is their first. They were incorporated or made not that long ago. This is their first big event. It's a new year, and it's a new part of the city.
Oh,
that
reeks.
Definitely reeks of
This reeks.
cover company, of shell company,
It's shell company.
of corporate backing, of corporate desire.
Now, with that being said, D-Rezz, the corporate sponsors of the auction look a lot like who was at the electronic fair.
Ziggurat, Arasaka, EBM, Encom.
Well, I mean, Arasaka wasn't there, but
they had a presence. They had a presence, but
they were there. Yeah.
But
which could also mean
that is an interesting question. Is Arasaka or one of their known shell companies, because I've probably done research on them too, one of their known shell companies, are they affiliated with Pacific for All?
with this event at least.
Yeah, or this event.
So D-Rezz, actually, because you went out of your way to go talk to the Arasaka netrunner, who was just a guy hired, a third party, as was their security. One of the security providers is the same company that Arasaka hired during the electronic fair.
Ooh. What's the override? What's the under on a eco terrorist showing up to blow it up?
You also saw, I forget if I gave you a name. I don't think I have it written down. But I can tell you, because you saw this in the scream sheets, because it was all the rage and people wanted to pre-order it. Rockland of America, ROA, does have a presence also at this get-together, this social mixer.
Rock.
Those were the people who were they were the waitlisters for the Mantis blades, right?
So, if Nvidia is banned in the United States, but Asus isn't, you can totally buy Asus graphics cards. Wink.
Yeah.
They're not Nvidia. They're Asus graphics cards.
So that's a big hint that that's a shell for Arasaka.
Arasaka is going to be present. But not Arasaka proper, but people who have been hired by Arasaka and represent Arasaka's interests are going to be present. That's a definite then.
This is
and you want to walk
all sorts of corporate shady. Which means that if Arasaka has a presence, they might not necessarily bat an eye if you're there, Kiri, but it definitely smells of duplicate of the convention center. The convention. All the same people are there.
Which means it's probably got the same targets. I'm not going to expect Sacred Geometry to be there. The Segatari, that fat man that punched Outback in the face. But
well, if it means anything, Segatari and Encom are not listed.
Yeah, because they're game, really,
they're
like game.
Yeah.
Game
they're tech, but they're not the same kind of tech.
No.
It's
and EBA. See, that's the other thing. EBM doesn't have any stake in anything that's being auctioned off, so why are they there? Sure, to
represent-
mix it.
To
mix it,
represent
sure.
Pacifica, maybe.
I don't
Because
think
the-
Pacific.
stadium.
I don't think Pacific.
It's
Yeah,
the
it's
stadium.
the stadium. It's the EBM Petrochem Stadium.
Yeah, just forget that last one. That wasn't brought up at all.
EBM Petrochem Stadium is their stake.
Just one. Is there anything
So
about
they're there to
Giraffa here?
talk about they're there to talk about the stadium. A stadium that's still being built.
But they need funding drummed up for it.
This would probably be something that D-Rezz would have to see, but because I'm remembering from screen sheets that Giraffa was handling a lot of the construction.
Yeah, Zarafa was handling a lot of the construction, so yeah, Zarafa do have a lot to gain.
This
This
building's only half complete, and they're not showing you the part that's not. Just the really nice front of the building.
And, well, I mean, the other thing, right, that's actually really important here is that Zarafa would actually have something to gain by picking up some of that cyber technology.
Yeah, probably.
Because they do make cybernetics, Zarafa. They make it's mostly like for construction stuff, but they do make cybernetics.
Especially if wink wink nudge nudge Dynalar was to have a bad PR stunt.
Gopher.
They make linear flames, yeah.
I think you are in a very unique position. If nothing has occurred to you as evil, but through Gopher, if you would like to make a deduction roll of some variety, you might have something interesting to bring up to the conversation as well. You can always speak up as yourself, but to prompt you as well, given particular circumstances, you have a unique possibility here.
I'll throw more luck onto it.
You
Okay,
also got
just
21.
yeah, just crush it. That's so you worked at the EBM counter at the convention center. And do you remember what was the most popular feature of the station that you were at? You remember what everyone was doing?
It was like 15 sessions ago.
Outback was doing. I remember it. Outback was doing it.
Yep, Outback was doing it too.
The stadium, yeah.
Yeah, they're spinning it.
The holographic display.
Normies love sports ball.
Yes, they do.
And so Pacifica for All could benefit EBM by getting a bunch of normies in Pacifica for when the stadium's finally complete.
If they're not directly funneling money into building the stadium for the normies to enjoy the sports ball.
Or the stadium's not built yet. Things can change over time. Plans can modify or be nebulous. That's a rabbit hole.
Wouldn't it be nice if the Night City sports ball team actually does well this year?
Yeah.
Or gets ruined by Militech.
But a whole bunch of the normies loved the stadium. They loved spinning the hologram. It was unifying. Everyone in that convention center wanted this to happen.
Yeah. Stadium was really popular.
And a Pacifica for All fund does want to get a bunch of normies in Pacifica. You know, subsidize transportation, or maybe even give out like coupons to shop and just get a bunch of people in this district.
Yeah, but for the people who are for that, there's gonna be people who are against.
No, the stadium's not slated to be complete. I think I said 5 years. But
yeah,
planning phase, blueprints.
Well, as charitable and as good faith as I want to be about this charity company, definitely stinks of a shell.
Yeah.
Definitely got some weirdness going on with everything going on about it. This whole job stinks.
Yeah.
It would still be good to get some kind of information out of this thing, because even just knowing who showed up could be profitable information, especially if they're doing deals with people they shouldn't. Any way we look at it, spying in there is going to be a good investment, I think. If we can get this guy out, cream. If we can get this guy out and into the hands of somebody who's not going to kill him outright, even better. And if he spills any juicy tidbits along the way, I'll be sure to record it. Should I get a recording device?
Well then, it sounds like you all have some homework to do as players for the week, because ultimately tomorrow you're gonna need to
We gotta make a decision.
make a decision, yes or no, and if yes, you need to give Madame Vesper the
Cover
idea
story and everything else.
of who and what you are, so that you can be who and what you say you are until you aren't. Although she's, be clandestine. Try not to lose that front. All right. Well then, I think we're going to wrap things up for the night. So thank you to my players for coming out. I hope that you've enjoyed the beginning of this new arc.
Yeah.
There is a mystery
This
of
whole
Bruin.
thing is weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
It feels weird.
It
It
is
smells weird.
Feels weird.
But the
Feels
job
weird,
is
feels
simple.
weird.
Just you have to go to a rich gala you have tickets to. Just get a guy out of the building and drive him to a safe house. That's all you have to do. Don't shoot
All we
anyone.
have to do.
Don't shoot anyone. No explosions. Just
Yes, it's like
The
it's
not
like- it's
shooting
like-
anyone is the hard part, because we're gonna fuck it up.
Well, no.
Well,
Because
no,
they're gonna shoot first.
how are you gonna get
point
guns
is
in there?
that
There's no guns allowed.
First
No
off,
There's no
concealment.
weapons.
First off, concealment. Second off, silenced weapons are a godsend.
I don't have a silenced weapon.
We can pick you
In
up a
fact,
silencer.
well,
It's 100
actually-
eddies.
To be fair, I also have quick hacks. Those are silent. I just
Yes, they are.
think it's somebody. And I'm a weapon.
That's Vesper. You said not to shoot anyone. You burst
You didn't.
a CEO on fire in front of the party, and you did judo moves on another.
You said
We
non-lethal
didn't
force.
shoot anyone.
We didn't shoot anyone. Civilian casualties was her
Yeah, no
specific-
Civilian
no civilian
casualties.
casualty.
Civilians should be left alone.
So
However,
the armed Ziggurat
armed
guards
security,
are
we might need to knock out.
fine. We need to take them out without it being noticed. If someone finds a security guard in the closet later.
Body identified notification come up on your
Yeah,
screen.
so one of you pack a cardboard box and you can Metal Gear this.
God.
It's gonna
Dun,
be.
dun,
It's
dun,
gonna
dun, dun.
have to be. It's gonna have to be me
Gotta
with my
be
plus
me.
14 stealth.
Yep. You are a plus 14 stealth.
Kiri?
That is, if you
Kiri?
are stealthing without interacting with people.
Kiri.
Now, if we're blending in, that's a whole nother story.
I'm gonna.
Just
I'm
sneak in
gonna. I'm
invisible.
gonna have to climb a ladder for 10 minutes. Not everyone's gonna get that joke, but that's okay.
Snake roll eater.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. All right. Well then, we are going to be off for the night. So take care, everyone. Let me see if we can pass along the love real quick. Do we have any other RPGers? Any epic tabletoppers going right now? We do have Oh, you know what? He does play D&D. He's not currently, but someone that we haven't raided in a while. We're going to go visit Batty, who is playing Rust. So let's go see what he's up to and wish him well in that. He's definitely a friend of the channel. He's rated into us, and he does do D&D and Warhammer hobby stuff. Awesome, vibrant personality, especially as a first-person shooter gamer. So let's go say hi. We're going to go /raid Betty. And I'll see you tomorrow as we go back to the video store rental business as a departure from the trading card business. And we'll see what other interestingly titled movies we find. Especially
rewind.
Yep, especially in the adult section. There's some interesting ones there. The peasant in my pants is currently the favorite. So take care and thank you for hanging out, everyone. And also to my players for being here. Bye.
Bye, chat.